Okay, so I've never done a video like this before. I'm doing a Hunger Games simulator thing. It's and all of the characters are from World War Tabs. Yay! Also, I couldn't get pictures of them, so yeah. Anyways, in District 1, we have Chieftain and Bone Mage. District 2, we have Crow and Scarecrow. Uh, yeah, District 3, we have King and George Washington. District 4, we have Zeus and Vlad. District 5, we have Monkey King and Lady Red Jade. District 6, we have Dark Samurai and Shogun. In District 7, we have Sensei and Master Musket. District 8, we have Pirate Queen and Blackbeard. District 9, we have Devil and Death, aka the Grim Reaper. District 10, we have the Undead Sheriff and Dark Peasant Destroyer 3000. District 11, we have Dark Peasant and Super Peasant. District 12, we have the Simmer Down Ginger News guys. The Bloodbath. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Chieftain runs away from the cornucopia. Dark Peasant Destroyer 3000 grabs a backpack and retreats. Bone Mage retrieves a trident from inside the cornucopia. Master Musket rips a mace out of Zeus's hands. Undead Sheriff snaps Devil's neck. Right, so yep, that's how that works. Also, the devil for World War Tabs is huge. There's no way he could have snapped his neck. Um, Simmer Down News 2, Vlad and Dark Peasant work together to get as many supplies as possible. Okay, so we've got a little alliance going on here. Pirate Queen runs away from the cornucopia. Monkey King takes a handful of throwing knives. Lady Red Jade and George Washington fight for a bag. Lady Red Jade gives up and retreats. Scarecrow snatches a pair of says. I don't know what says are. Blackbeard rips a mace out of Crow King's hands. Simmerdown News 1, Super Peasant, Shogun, and Sensei share everything they've gathered before running. Okay, another alliance here. Death runs away from the cornucopia. That's weird, because I'm pretty sure Death would be in the cornucopia, because that's where all the death is happening. Oh yeah, also, Devil's first out. That is hilarious. Dark Samurai stays at the cornucopia for resources. King runs away from the cornucopia. Day 1 in the Hunger Games. Monkey King makes a wooden spear. Zeus, Vlad, and King track down and kill Bone Mage. Any one of those four could have killed him themselves. Like King, just one swing of the sword. Shogun, once again, one swing of the sword. Vlad, just shove the big wooden spear in their face. Zeus, just summon lightning. Um, Mas- Master Musket fishes. Simmerdown News 1 thinks about home. Crow King and Chieftain work together to drown Pirate Queen. Well, it makes sense. Pirates drown a lot, and the Queen of the Pirates got drowned. Alright. Super Peasant receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Dark Peasant, Blackbeard, George Washington, Lady Red Jade, and Sensei hunt for other tributes. That is a big, big, big alliance there. Uh, Lady Red Jade and Sensei makes sense. They're on the same team. George Washington and Blackbeard. That is like George Washington is not someone who would deal with pirates. And the Dark Peasant's just there. Dark Peasant Destroyer sprains his ankle while running away from Scarecrow. I'm sorry, what? Um, the Dark Peasant Destroyer can fly. Um, Also, it could easily obliterate the Scarecrow. Undead Sheriff and Death work together for the day. Okay, makes sense. Skeleton and the Grim Reaper. Cyberdown News 2 receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Dark Samurai camouflages himself in the bushes. Fallen Tributes. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Devil, District 9. Bone Mage, District 1. Pirate Queen, District 8. Place your bets now for who you think will come out on top. This is like this has to be like the least amount of deaths in day 1 I have ever seen. Real quick, everyone's statuses. Uh Districts 1, 8, and 9 are down to 1 person. Proceed. Lady Night 1 in the Hunger Games. Lady Red Jade cries herself to sleep. She's a badass warrior. Why is she crying herself to sleep? Scarecrow is awoken by nightmares. Okay. Monkey King fends Dark Peasant, Destroyer, Super Peasant, and Zeus away from his fire. That seems unlikely. Oh yeah, also for the Monkey King, rest in pieces because he got assassinated in episode 9. Blackbeard and King huddle for warmth. That's another unlikely thing. The king is huddling for warmth with a pirate. Shogun and George Washington hold hands. Okay, that's cute. Even though they are kind of enemies still. Anyways. Dark Peasant, Crow King, Master Musket, and Vlad tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Death and Sensei run into each other and decide to truce for the night. That's odd. Usually, Death just kills them immediately. Dark Samurai receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Simmerdown News 2, Undead Sheriff Simmerdown News 1, and Chieftain sleep in shifts. Okay, so these two together make sense. This guy and this guy, they're still enemies. Dark Peasant receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Zeus strangles Shogun with a rope. Oh god. Scarecrow, George Washington, and Crow King and Simmerdown News 2 hunt for other tributes. Dark Peasant Destroyer 3000 practices his archery. Does he really need a bow because he's got 2 giant miniguns that shoot bombs. Okay, anyways, Simmerdown News 1 sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Smart choice. Super Peasant picks flowers. Yep, that checks out. Death and Dark Samurai work together for the day. Lady Red Jade sets off an explosive killing Master Musket, Monkey King, rest in peace again, and King. 2 kings at once and the Master Musket. Holy crap. Sensei receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Vlad begs for Undead Sheriff to kill him. He refuses, keeping Vlad alive. You will regret that. Also, why would Vlad beg for death? Like, he is the cause of so many deaths. Chieftain goes hunting. Blackbeard is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Okay. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Shogun, District 6. Master Musket, District 7. Monkey King, District 5. King, District 3. Um, Make your bets now on which one of the remaining tributes will win. Proceed. Night 2 in the Hunger Games. Super Peasant receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Sensei looks at the night sky. Death, Dark Peasant Destroyer, Simmer Down News, and Chieftain tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. I'm sure that Death would have a lot of them, seeing as he is pretty much like the king of all ghosts, skeletons, demons, all that. Well, I guess technically not demons, that would be the devil, but he's dead right now. Vlad passes out from exhaustion. Blackbeard, Simmer Down News 1, and Scarecrow discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Dark Samurai tries to sing himself to sleep. I cannot picture him singing. Undead Sheriff tends to his wounds. Crow King is awoken by nightmares. Zeus starts a fire. Lady Red Jade and Dark Peasant sleep in shifts. George Washington is awoken by nightmares. Super Peasant and Dark Peasant split up to search for resources. Chieftain and Sensei split up to search for resources. Okay, got 2 alliances there. I just realized Super Peasant and Dark Peasant. An unlikely alliance, seeing as they're sworn enemies and are currently like in the middle of a civil war. Anyways, Vlad thinks about home. Death throws a knife into Zeus's chest. All right, Grim Reaper kills a god. Yep, that checks out. About time he got a kill. Crow King scares Blackbeard off. Lady Red Jade picks flowers. Dark Peasant Destroyer 3000 stalks George Washington. Oh god. Simmer Down News 1 runs away from Scarecrow. Simmer Down News 2 scares Dark Samurai off. Undead Sheriff goes hunting. I cannot picture a Simmer Down Ginger News person and scaring away the Dark Samurai. Anyways, 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Zeus from District 4. Yeah, they're still. Now, place your bets once again. All bets are off of Zeus, even though he got 2 kills. When did he get 2 kills? Never mind. Yeah, yep. Rest in pieces. Proceed. Dark Peasant lets Crow King into his shelter. Vlad receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Death stabs Dark Samurai with a tree branch. Also, weren't they just teamed up a moment ago? I mean, it's Death. What do you expect? Of course he stabbed him in the back. Literally. Alright, Dark Peasant Destroyer 3000 is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Sensei tends to his wounds. Super Peasant thinks about home. George Washington, Blackbeard, Scarecrow, Chieftain, and Simmer Down News 2 sleep in shifts. Once again, unlikely alliance. Unlikely alliance here because those 2 are enemies. And then he's just there. Simmer Down News 1 receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Undead Sheriff cries himself to sleep. Lady Red Jade sees a fire but stays hidden. Day 4 in the Hunger Games. Undead Sheriff stabs Dark Peasant in the back with a trident. Right. I'm surprised anyone managed to take down the Dark Peasant. Like, that guy in the actual game, he is so overpowered. Like, the only thing that can defeat him is the Super Peasant. Simmerdown News 1 discovers a cave. Scarecrow makes a wooden spear. Blackbeard runs away from Crow King. Okay. Super Peasant sets Vlad on fire with a Molotov. Oh god! Sensei overhears Simmerdown News 2 and Lady Red Jade talking in the distance. Chieftain receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. George Washington steals from Death while he isn't looking. He will regret that. Dark Peasant Destroyer camouflages himself in the bushes. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Dark Samurai, District 6. Dark Peasant, District 11. Vlad, District 4. Looking at this, Districts 4 and District 6 are out. Place your bets now on which will win. Night 4 in the Hunger Games. Simmerdown News 2 receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Scarecrow receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Crow King, Dark Peasant Destroyer, Blackbeard, and Super Peasant sleep in shifts. Oh, this is a good alliance here. These two working together, they do work together in the actual thing. So, yeah. Simmerdown News 1 attempts to climb a tree but falls to his death. Oh, God. I'm surprised he made it this far. Chieftain looks at the night sky. Lady Red Jade thinks about winning. George Washington sets up camp for the night. Sensei stays awake all night. Death and Undead Sheriff sleep in shifts. Okay, these two are teamed up together. Again. Scarecrow decapitates Dark Peasant Destroyer with a sword. Right. Anyways, George Washington questions his sanity. I would too, honestly. Lady Red Jade fishes. Chieftain begs for Death to kill. Since when does Death, the Grim Reaper, Death himself, refuse to kill someone and keep them alive? That is what? Anyways, Undead Sheriff, Simmerdown News, Crow King, and Super Peasant hunt for other tributes. Okay, got another alliance going on here. Sensei constructs a shack. Blackbeard receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. That can only end well. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Simmerdown News 1, District 12. Dark Peasant Destroyer, District 10. Alright. Districts 4 and 6 are out. District 2 is the only one with both tributes still alive. Place your bets now. Night 5 in the Hunger Games. Undead Sheriff tries to sing himself to sleep. Once again, I cannot picture him singing. Blackbeard convinces Lady Red Jade not to kill him, only to kill her instead. Never trust a pirate. Scarecrow convinces Super Peasant to snuggle with him. Okay. Sensei defeats Crow King in a fight but spares his life. Chieftain and Death talk about the tributes still alive. George Washington and Simmerdown News tell stories about themselves to each other. Um, George Washington, we don't really need to hear his story because first president of the United States, all that. And Simmer Down News, not much to tell about him, seeing as he is a news reporter and we see him all the time. If you haven't seen him before, go watch the rest of my channel. Day 6 in the Hunger Games. Super Peasant questions his sanity. Undead Sheriff picks flowers. Simmer Down News 2, Sensei, Blackbeard, Death, and Crow King hunt for other tributes. Chieftain and Scarecrow split up to search for resources. George Washington is pricked by thorns while picking berries. One cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Lady Red Jade, District 5. That means Districts 4, 5, and 6 are all out. Once again, place your bets for who's going to win, and also place your bets for which district you think will win. One cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Oh wait, I already said that. Night 6 in the Hunger Games. Scarecrow questions his sanity. Simmer Down News passes out from exhaustion. George Washington tends to his wounds. Undead Sheriff attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Blackbeard loses sight of where he is. Death Chieftain and Crow King cheerfully sing songs together. Didn't Death literally say in the last episode of World War Tabs that joy is what weakens him? Anyways, Super Peasant goes to sleep. Forever. Sensei thinks about winning. Day 7 in the Hunger Games. Simmer Down News 2 goes hunting. Crow King collects fruit from a tree. Scarecrow and Chieftain work together to drown undead sheriff. He's a skeleton! How does he drown? Also, once again, unlikely alliance here. Sensei kills Blackbeard while he's resting. Well, you got rid of the pirates. I just realized Sensei and Lady Red Jade were in the same team, and Sensei has just avenged her. Death is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Does he even need to eat? Anyways, Super Peasant defeats George Washington in a fight but spares his life. You will regret that in the future, I guarantee it. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Undead Sheriff, District 10. Blackbeard, District 8. District 2 still has both tributes alive. Alright, Districts 4, 5, 6, 8, and 10 are all out. Place your bets. Place them already. Sorry. Okay. Night 7 in the Hunger Games. Death and George Washington talk about the tributes still alive. Super Peasant convinces Simmer Down News 2 to snuggle with him. Chieftain, Sensei, and Scarecrow discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Crow King falls into a pit and dies. He can fly! That is so embarrassing. He made it this far and falls into a pit and dies even though he can fly. That is... The feast! The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tributes' families. Chieftain decides not to go to the feast. Super Peasant decides not to go to the feast. Death decides not to go to the feast. Scarecrow gathers as much food into a bag as he can before fleeing. Simmer Down News, Sensei, and George Washington confront each other, but they grab what they want slowly to avoid conflict. Okay, so no one died this time. That's odd. Day 8 in the Hunger Games. Sensei picks flowers. Scarecrow defeats Super Peasant in a fight but spares his life. George Washington stabs Death while his back is turned. How does George Washington kill the Grim Reaper? That is what? So Death is dead. Yep. Okay, anyways. Simmer Down News explores the arena. Chieftain goes hunting. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Crow King, District 2. Death, District 9. District 2 has finally lost one of its tributes. Which means the only districts still remaining are District 1, District 2, District 3, District 7, District 11, and District 12. And now, place your bets on who will win the top 6. Chieftain, Scarecrow, George Washington, Sensei, Super Peasant, or Simmer Down News 2. Night 8 in the Hunger Games. Simmer Down News 2 starts a fire. George Washington receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Scarecrow climbs a tree to rest. Sensei receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Chieftain decapitates Super Peasant with a sword. Right. That is... oof. Day 9 in the Hunger Games. George Washington steals from Sensei while he isn't looking. Simmer Down News 2 picks flowers. Scarecrow discovers a river. Chieftain dies from thirst. Yep. Okay, that checks out. He just killed one of the most powerful beings in their world, and he dies from thirst. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Super Peasant, District 11. Chieftain, District 1. 4 tributes remain. Scarecrow, District 2. George Washington, District 3. Sensei, District 7. And Simmer Down News 2, District 12. It'll be very surprising if that one wins. Scarecrow stabs Simmer Down 2 in the back with a trident. What did I just say? Sensei and George Washington sleep in shifts. All right. There's 3 people remaining. Let's see what happens. Place your bets now between these 3. Day 10 in the Hunger Games. Sensei makes a wooden spear. Scarecrow severely injures George Washington and leaves him to die. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Simmer Down News 2, District 12. George Washington, District 3. 2 people remain. Sensei and Scarecrow. This is your last chance to place bets. Who will win the World War Tabs Hunger Games? Night 10 of the Hunger Games. Sensei begs for Scarecrow to kill him. He reluctantly obliges, killing Sensei. That is embarrassing. Which means the winner is Scarecrow from District 2! Yes! Congratulations! Also, that clapping hurt my hands. Okay. Here's the placements. First place is Scarecrow from District 2. Second place is Sensei from District 7 with 1 kill. Also, oh yeah, Scarecrow got 5 kills. Holy crap. Third place is... oh, we've got multiple third places. Third place, we have George Washington, Death, Crow King, King, Devil, Master Musket, Monkey King. Holy sh! Why are there so many? Never mind. Just yep, yep. Summary. Yep, 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 yep. Just read that if you want to. Pause and read. Proceed. It's loading. Um, did something break? Um, it's it's not working. Why isn't it working? Why isn't it working? Why isn't it working? There we go. Yep, here's the full placements. Top three were Scarecrow Sensei and George Washington. District placements: District 2, District 7, and District 3. And for kills, oh my word, of course the winner got the most. Anyways, I hope you have enjoyed the World War Tabs Hunger Games. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.